Today, we're at a place that's not open to the public, a place that few get to see. This is the Douglas County Historic Repository. It's where the county keeps its historic treasures, whether it's Dr. Alexander's bag from Castle Rock, Gus Metzler's helmet from World War I that he wore in France, or the ancient artifacts that we're digging out of the ground. But we're really here today to meet your Historic Preservation Board, the folks who advise us about managing our historic properties and all this amazing stuff. History was my major in college. So why is it important for us to share and embrace our history?
To me, history it's precious and important, and these structures, these historic structures, are in states of disrepair, states where they need urgent work, or we're going to lose them.
Our daughter goes to Lehman Academy. She's younger. I thought it would make me a better father if I could tell her about all the great things about the county, and she loves it.
I have gone into my grandchildren's elementary schools and done presentations for them. Being able to help preserve that history for them. It's not just learning dates and names and stuff long enough to pass the test. It's actually being able to live it and to understand.
But now tell me about the work of historic preservation here in the county.
We're responsible for landmarking. One of the things a landmarking status can do is bring other sources of funds to the county to sustain and preserve these sites.
Most of our collection here at the repository is archaeological material. We are now state approved to take on paleontology collections, so we're starting to have some of those fossils come into here and care for those.
So we've seen a change in mission that the people of Douglas County gave us all, extending the sales tax increment on open space, trails, parks, but then we also added in historic preservation. Tell me how that's going. How is the board taking on that new responsibility, and how are you prepared to bring it back to the commissioners?
Well, it's very exciting for us to have that increased responsibility to advise on tax revenues. So we've actually put together a matrix with multiple criteria and ranked each of the projects so we can bring you something a little more objective than just, our gut feel for how the project should be prioritized.
Although the budgeting piece of this might be new, the significance to the county is not new, and the passion that the group brings, every time I'm learning something different, and I love it, and you see different members of the community coming in and talking about their projects. So for me, it's been exciting.
Of all the things that you've done in the historical study and historical preservation, what is that one wow person you researched?
The place was when they were excavating for Rudder Hess, seeing the fire pits that had been used for hundreds of years to cook the food and stuff. That was one of the big wow factors for me at the time.
I think for me it's the old homesteads, to see that these families came and they built something to feed their families and to prosper, and the work that they put into that to make it successful. It's inspiring.
We all want a sense of place, and I think it's just natural for people to want to learn the history of places and where we came from.
I hope you enjoyed meeting the Historic Preservation Board. Before we go, check this out. Standard Oil Company, 4 motor cars. This is how they delivered gasoline on a horse-drawn wagon back in the Model A and the Model T days. You're going to be able to see this and all these other amazing artifacts at the end of this month when we launch our new virtual museum on the internet. I'm George Teal. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next year.